Madagascar go and win 1-0, yeah, then Madagascar can qualify. Or the other way around, Madagascar can win by 8-0 and Ghana just loses by 1-0. That's the only way the Black Stars don't make the World Cup. Which means that there is a fat chance of a landing in the sun than this scenario playing out on Sunday. So we are nearly there. Today we'll have a conversation about what Otto Addo has done and whether he's redeemed himself with this qualifying campaign. Jordan Ayew is the best World Cup qualifying player of this particular campaign, not just in Africa, but around the whole world. So how has he done that? We'll talk about that as well. And then towards the end of the show, we will talk about one of the most divisive subjects in the last 3 days, and I don't know how it became a big subject, Benjamin Asare, and whether or not he should be Ghana's number one. I don't even know why we're having this conversation, but maybe it's important to put a lot of the issues into perspective. And then there is a sports development fan. Earlier in the week, he saw a report from Joe Online saying that a new levy would be introduced to finance sport. The government says that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be a levy. They are going to take proceeds from so many different aspects of our economy. We will take you through every single area where they say they are going to get money from or take money from to come and finance sports in the country. So that's all coming up on the show. It's live and interactive. Send me a WhatsApp message, 055-111-1997. That's the WhatsApp line. Also leave me a message on X. Use the hashtag game plan. And if you're watching us, or if you prefer to watch us, we're streaming video on X, formerly Twitter. We're also streaming on the Joy FM YouTube page as well as on Facebook. So you have no reason to not tune into the show. This afternoon I've been joined by quite an illustrious squad, really. Victor Achu-Tamaklo is here, a regular on the show. Victor, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to see you and good to have you back.
Been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Been a while.
And you came back with Italian at the end,
Figlio di Roma. That's what I did.
What?
Numero 10. Number 10.
Behave yourself.
Philip Sichofe Achrim is here as well. Yeah, Philip. Hold on. Say again. That's right. How you doing, brother?
Bro.
Yeah.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Been a while, but we're back now.
I mean, of course, we're in touch. I mean, we were talking all this while. But yeah, it's good to have you back on the show.
Yes.
But when you were reading the thing about what can make Ghana not qualify, but how's score too?
Oh, why?
Tell me, can everything be possible? So tell yourself.
You see what it's called? PTSD.
No. Sorry. You see, before I came into the studio, I was so comfortable. Sunday party. Then you introduce the show. And you're saying that, the only way Ghana doesn't go is if Ghana loses 1-0. And somebody wins 8-0.
Yes.
Or Ghana loses 8-0. And so I'm like,
someone wins 1-0.
I Ghana.
But still, we are Ghana.
I had the cuts.
Listen, also joining us on the show is a man that had spent way too much time on vacation in America. I thought he was not going to come back, but he's back stronger and better for whatever reason. Some people think they're the reason he's back. I'm comfortable that he's back on my show. Collins Atapok is here as well. How you doing, my brother?
I'm very well, yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm getting there.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah. How you been? You look nice, oh. American
American
only American Aju pao ata. The America is nice for you.
So I have to go back, right?
Yes. Mami American slang back.
Well, I beg you.
You know what I mean?
What now?
Also joining us on the show this afternoon, Eli Kondo, who's gone from his Star Times days to a freelancer now.
Hi, Fint.
Wait, are you really unemployed?
If somebody was going to leave Star Times, it wasn't you. Hey, the way you were, Eli, you played our brand.
Now, hold on. Why are you guys... Is it an announcement or what is it?
But I Star Times.
Answer the question.
What's the question?
Good to see you, my friend.
Charlie, same here, bro. Welcome back.
Charlie, is he an Adidas ambassador? See the guy.
No, this guy is German.
No.
I forgot.
No.
It's true.
It's Bundesliga.
German.
Yes, branded by what?
Of course,
Adidas in Bundesliga.
partners. So.
We work together in the German country. Yeah.
But you can explain it. So like,
Adidas Boxster, Adidas Singlet,
Yes.
Adidas. Hey,
We're hailing where it come from. All good to the Germans, and we appreciate their good quality stuff. So
Interesting. Okay, guys, welcome to the show. Which we are on from now till 3 p.m. So we have exactly 90 minutes to go through every single one of those issues. Before we even get started, Ghana won, of course, as you know, 5-0. It was a 5-star performance on Wednesday against the Central African Republic. That's now taking the Black Stars to 22 points in Group I. That's the joint most points by any team in the qualifying campaign. Yeah, it's been, I think the only other team to have...
Egypt's 23.
Morocco.
No, I don't think anyone has 23. I think the only other team with okay, I can always double check, but I feel like the only other team with this
Morocco.
Egypt have 23 points actually. So
Egypt.
yeah,
Then
joint
Morocco should have more.
No, Morocco have 22, I think.
Okay.
So Egypt have 23 points so far. Ghana has 22. Morocco has 21 actually. The only other team I think with 22 points, because Senegal also have 21 points. And then you have Morocco 21. Cote d'Ivoire also have 23. But that's because they're playing now.
Okay.
And they are winning 2-0.
But Senegal also playing now.
Yes.
And they are winning by a goal to nil.
Yes, but that
But they've not ended the game, so yeah.
yes,
Yeah. But as it stands.
yeah. As it stands now, they are
I reading the
live table.
Okay.
So Senegal are up to 21 points now,
Right.
with their 1-0 scoreline as things stand. Cote d'Ivoire, as you mentioned, they are up to 23 points now with their 2-0 lead as things stand against the Seychelles. Algeria were the ones who had completed, and they also had 22 points after 9 games. So Ghana and Algeria, 22 points before today's match day. Let me put it that way. And Egypt had 23 points. So it's been a great World Cup qualifying campaign for Otto Addo. But in terms of goal scores, Ghana have also scored 22 goals. For that, Ghana stands alone. The most goals by any team in this World Cup qualifiers. That is absolutely ridiculous. Because if you look at Morocco, they've scored 21. The other teams with a similar record, Egypt have scored only 19. Senegal have scored only 14. Cape Verde, who are also top, by the way, they should be qualifying for the World Cup, making history. Morocco have also scored 21 goals. So Ghana is being the highest scorers in this campaign, and it's been ridiculously good from Otto Addo. For a manager that doesn't win a single game in AFCON qualifying, to go from that to winning 6 out of the 7 World Cup games he supervised, you sometimes wonder if he's the same manager. So what has informed the turnaround? How has he done this? And with what he's done, has that earned him the right and the confidence, more importantly, to take the national team and lead them to the World Cup? The sports minister says he's not convinced that Otto Addo is the man, and it might feel a bit unfair that we're having to have this conversation after what he's done. And we'll get to the sports minister's comments shortly, but let me hear from some of the players, including the captain, Jordan Ayew. Hey, Charlie, Sichu, I said captain and I said Andre.
But everybody knows Andre is the captain.
Jordan Ayew, he's had a great World Cup campaign, a World Cup qualifying campaign with 7 goals and 7 assists. His 14 goal contributions is the highest across the globe in all World Cup qualifying. From Europe to South America, no single player has been involved in that many goals. How
many games do we have to play? Portugal. I'm calculating 1 or 2 games.
How many has he scored so far? Or has he been involved?
I just want to know the number of games left so that I can see if we can do it.
They've played only 3 games.
They've played only 3 games or something.
So he can break the record.
Oh, bro.
Jordan is also on course to make his 3rd World Cup appearance. And he spoke to Nathaniel Atto about that potential and what it means for his career and whether he ever dreamt that this was a day that was possible for him.
Obviously, it's things that I don't really think about, because when you're a kid, we're just dreaming to play at least one World Cup. I remember the World Cup 2006, 2010. You know, I watched it back home, and that thing gave me the energy and the desire that made me. I fell in love with the national team from that moment. You know, and to have 3 World Cups, honestly, it's something that's unbelievable.
So, truly unbelievable, Jordan Ayew. If he goes to the World Cup next year, that would be 3 World Cup appearances for him. He will then go on par with his brother, Andre Ayew, and then Suleiman Tari and then Asamoah Gyan as the 4 Ghanaians to have made 3 World Cup appearances. They would be standing alone. But if his brother Andre goes, he makes 4. So that's something that you could potentially be on the lookout for. But that is an incredible achievement for Jordan Ayew when you look at the sort of trajectory he's had in the national team and the criticism he's had to be at this level at a time when he is supposed to be exiting the national team. He's now giving his best performances. It's an absolutely unbelievable story. He's not the only one who spoke after. Stephen Appiah also spoke after the game, and he says Sunday's game against Comoros must be a massive party. And he said it's the ideal way to finish a World Cup qualifying campaign with a game at home.
We are here because of the players, and they has made us proud. Per what I saw at the training ground, the 2 trainings that I watched, I knew that they are going to win the game, but I wasn't expecting 5-0. So they have done well, and for sure, I know that on Sunday, in front of Ghanaians, we are going to celebrate together. That will be the beauty of qualifying for the World Cup. We'll play our last game at home, we'll beat Comoros, and everybody will be happy.
Body roll, roll. Oh yeah, blasters, yeah. Ghana blasters, yeah. Oh yeah, blasters, yeah. Oh yeah, blasters, yeah. Ghana blasters, yeah. Oh yeah, blasters, yeah. Ghana blasters, yeah.
Losing spots in the coming forwards here, and that's 5-0 for Ghana. The Black Stars are rampant here. It's the substitute Kamal Sulemana. He couldn't miss from that, and he didn't
Rolling back the years, the golden age of the Black Stars, those times are coming back, aren't they? So this will be a 5th World Cup appearance for the Black Stars, for a team that had not qualified for the World Cup up until 2006. This is a ridiculous achievement, but because if you look at the World Cup qualifiers table in terms of number of participations, Ghana would go up to number 5, and the only countries to have made more appearances for them would be Cameroon, who have made 8 appearances, Morocco 6, Nigeria 6, Tunisia 6. This would be Ghana's 5th. Of course, Tunisia have also qualified, so then that would be their 7th. So they would go behind Cameroon as the 2nd most appearance maker at the World Cup. Cameroon stands alone with 8. It doesn't look like Cameroon are going to qualify because Cape Verde are going to be pipping them in that particular group. So we'll go through all the other groups a little later. But let me come to studio then and talk to my guest about the campaign. Look, the question I've asked is, and it's an important question, has Otto Addo redeemed himself? Has he earned back respect? And more importantly, the confidence to take us to the World Cup with what he's done. Collins, I mean, you're a guest, so you and Ellie, so I'm going to come to you. I'm going to start with you. How has Otto Addo done this? How has it turned it around? Like, because credit must be given where it's due. The World Cup qualifying campaign has been superb.
Absolutely. Not least winning in Mali. I mean, when the draw came out, everybody was worried about Mali. And for the Ghana standard, beating Mali in Bamako is nothing for us, because that was the day we actually stamped our authority on these World Cup qualifiers. Usually, when you qualify for the first time, people think it's a fluke. So 2006, all the emotions that was behind it and the kind of group we were in, it's only South Africa, not a certified African giant in terms of World Cup qualification, and then also winning the AFCON and all that. But when we won in Bamako in 2009 with a depleted team, it signaled a shift for the Black Stars. This result was no different. Look, if we had not won in Bamako that day, our World Cup qualification would have taken a nosedive for obvious reasons. Because look, the way things were going then, people were afraid. We had not been so convincing against Madagascar here in Kumasi. It took a late strike for us to win against them, and then we are lost
from Inaki.
So it was so obvious that everybody was looking for the supposed big boy in the group to take us to the cleaners, and then everything will go downhill. Otto Addo himself should take a lot of the congratulations. You can talk about everybody, but look, he is the coach.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of posts and I've been a bit worried. Robin de Grau, master of set piece training and all that.
Backroom staff,
I like all that, but look, the back ends with one person, and it has to be him. I'm not the biggest fan, but I was one of those that actually said after the African Cup of Nations fiasco that look, let's not sack him. Let's not do that, because this team is a certified chokers team. They know how to choke. That change would now attribute to, would stand in for, I mean, we changed the coach and then it's a new team and then we are trying to adapt to the methods of this new regime and all that. We will bring stories. So for consistency's sake, look, you can't go any deeper than where we sank to after Niger, Sudan, and
not winning a game.
It's not possible,
in 6 qualifying matches. How much lower could you go?
But
that was the peak of it.
In the darkest hour, cometh light.
Yes.
Right after that, you are bound to get some light. Now the conversation is shifting. Employing the methods that hitherto we didn't employ. Look, let's go back to 2004 against Burkina Faso. That was the turning point in Kumasi. Stephen Appiah scored, Mathieu Amor scored, but there was a set piece goal somewhere. Let's go back to when we went to the FNB in 2005 June.
The header.
A similar situation from ACN. Now we are building up. We qualified in 2014 in that game against Zambia. That was the turning point. If we had lost to Zambia in Kumasi, we would have been in trouble. Again, we came to the fore. So, Mali, Bamako 2009 and 2025 signaled where we wanted to go. We have to praise him. Employing the methods that hitherto the North Africans and South Africa were using against us in qualifiers. Siabonga Nomvete in 2000 in Kumasi, it was a header. Or we played all the football, just one cross, and then the North Africans scored. Before my father died, he always mentioned Tlemcen. Every single time.
The Tlemcen disaster.
Yeah, and he actually felt that, look, so my father's favorite defender was Joe Odoi then. You get it? Joe Odoi. And so my father would go about and say, and Joe Odoi blinded. And typical of us Ghanaians, the way we loved our Black Stars, we shifted the blame from the players to the Algerians were bad people. They watered the pitch and they did this and they did.
They overwatered the pitch.
And they said some of us too are
they injected the water they gave us. So our players, no, we've gone beyond that.
Yes.
Way back. So now look, qualifying for the World Cup is not an achievement anymore. Let's be straight with everybody, from Otto Addo himself to the management committee and everybody at the FA. Our standard is that clear. First time qualifiers, round of 16. Second time qualifiers, quarter finalist. Now, the third time,
we
attribute it to the issues that
off the pitch, wasn't on the pitch,
and everybody.
Because we had the team.
Of course, we did.
And that team was better than 2010.
Yes, agreed.
Watch the Portugal.
I think all our World Cup squads.
That was the best squad.
Yes, the strongest one was from 2014.
That was the best squad.
No doubt.
So yeah,
more experience.
Otto Addo should take a lot of the compliments, the management committee, because look, I don't want to be revisiting this, but Citro, you know what? When we went to Cameroon, the team had gone to Qatar for preparations, and half of them had COVID. They had to be sneaked into Cameroon.
That's true.
Including the coach who had to be quarantined in their room for Max Oknodo and co to be taking training. We came to Cameroon and it was obvious we're not going to do well when the Skudu is coming. So a lot of the management issues overshadowed
was training alone,
the playing issues. Exactly, you get it. So now a lot of these things are being handled well. Other countries had come to choose their hotel. They got the right hotels, and then ours was way too in town, and our management committee did it. You don't
say it. They say the hotel we're staying at in Cameroon. Then how people did it.
Oh, but I said hotel there. Yeah,
no, not the hotel. Like the streets is like it's like.
Oh, they are along the street.
Yes.
So if the players want to even stand on their bottom,
I only come to Kumasi, they sleep at Golden Lancaster or something.
They said no. It was that bad.
So if the boys want to take fresh air from the balcony, so they can't focus.
You can't focus is the problem.
It's a difficult job.
Living in a hotel for a period is on its own. It's a difficult thing, and not talk of all these things coming true. So it's good. We sank so low. We've qualified for the World Cup. I would want the narrative around this to be on Otto Addo. It's not fair to him.
Speaking of which, then, if it's so exactly. So I think there are a lot of people that have some reservations about the team's performances. Granted, he's qualified for the World Cup. He's done really well, and he deserves all the credit. You know, the World Cup itself is a completely different animal. The opposition very different. The challenge very different. And for a team, for you to be able to positively predict the trajectory of a team, the evidence lies in the performances. The results have been great. The performances, there have been lots of question marks. In fact, if you look at our last game against Mali, despite the victory, a lot of the conversation, if you remember, was very negative. It focused largely and way too much on the team's performance. I think against the Central African Republic was a big improvement. Mali, a much stronger opposition. We kind of struggled. Yes, we won, but the performance wasn't great. So there are still some people, including the minister, that say they're not convinced. And largely because of the performances. First question. Comments like that from a minister must have some undertones. What are those? What's going on? And two, from your own personal point of view, you just said that it's not fair on Otto Addo, but what do you believe should be the ideal situation now that it's qualified us for the World Cup?
Rachomir Djukovic qualified his team, coached his team. Milovan Rajevac qualified his team, coached his team. Kwesi Appiah qualified his team, coached his team at the tournament. Otto Addo qualified the team, coached the team. That one we didn't even win a single game. Yes.
Qualified his team.
Yeah, he's qualified the team.
We beat that nerve-wracking game. Actually, the game that you almost
South Africa.
South Korea.
Ochu almost died.
I'm even talking about the qualifiers. The qualifiers.
Oh, Gary, he fell sick. I 2 weeks after that game.
The ministers and people like his, their comments are grounded in one context. Two, Ghana's status. The minister is aware very much that Ghanaians were not happy with a missed opportunity against Uruguay. We are a team that plays in the next round, not the group stage. Let's get it right. That was the first time we went to a World Cup, and second time that we didn't get out of the group. In 2014, we had something to fall on.
Well, I think the first time without any issues that we didn't make it out.
Absolutely.
Right.
You put it that way, apt. So now let's look at it that way and ask ourselves, what do we want to be at the next World Cup? Participants? Already, we are not participants. So if you go out...
We are contenders.
We are contenders.
For what?
For the getting out of the group. That's our standard. Our standard is not going to play in 3 group games and then come back home.
But the evidence is 50-50.
No,
it's 50% out of the group.
75-20.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, it's not counting 2020.
Yes.
No, we all agree. We messed things up. We did. But look, now that the numbers have been increased, a lot of the Forders would come. You could end up with Tahiti. And if you get up Tahiti and others in a group, why not? You have to do something. But look, the government wants to make amends for 2014. So the minister is speaking, well aware of events of 2014, and asking, is there anything we can do to get the best out of the talent? And look, it has to be. You can't be having Semenyo play this well, going into a World Cup season. Kudus does his thing, and then we go into the World Cup and we are not delivering. We have to do something better. But it's
Otto the man to make us, to turn these players into world beaters.
He can't turn them into world beaters. He only has a limited time with them. World beaters would come from their club, but they should deliver.
Can he take us out of the group?
He should be able to. He has experience on his side.
He should.
Yeah,
And
he has experience on his side now. He can. So we should beef up with the right people.
Okay,
not the Schaefer.
Collins, I'll come back to you. Ellie, where do you stand on this? I mean, like I keep repeating, I don't want anybody to get a wrong idea, because Otto Addo deserves credit. I think that the way he's turned this around is massive credit to him.
Can we clap for him?
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely.
Because in the history of Ghana's participation in the World Cup, or qualification to the World Cup, he's there for the second time now.
The only one.
Yes.
To have done it twice.
So he deserves all the accolades and applause and everything. Congratulations to him. But a big but, like they say, Sagrobeswa Nefianopa, and I don't blame the minister, because he can see, he shares our sentiments. When you have a coach that you cannot trust, that when it gets very tough, he will make the right decisions to save your team, you panic, and that is a problem. We don't have that trust for our coach Otto Addo.
You think the minister and all of us are panicking?
Yes.
Already?
Yes. I don't trust him. Atapoku is trying to be a bit diplomatic, yes, considering his stay in the US for some time now, and his
what has that got to do with anything?
But I understand that perspective. But reality is that Otto has done what to qualify us for the World Cup. But the big question is, when we go to the World Cup and we need a coach that can deliver for us, because now football has grown more scientific. It's not just about being on the touchline and say, let's go and play 4-2-3-1. I trust that.
Did you see Otto Addo's PowerPoint presentation before he got the job?
That's why someone said he's better of a scout than a coach.
Because he can do PowerPoint better.
Good presentation. He'll do all the analysis. Oh, I think when we do this, we'll beat this team. It's different to create the plan, and also different from implementing and executing that plan. There are two different people. There are some people who are very good at PowerPoint. When Sicho is a businessman, he will say, oh, I have this colleague or I have this boy at my office who can do a very good presentation for me.
Doesn't mean he can do the work.
Exactly. On the other side, there's someone who can also do a very good PowerPoint build-up, do all of that, but when you ask him to present, he will fumble. So it's the same thing here when it comes to the tactical approach. You have a coach who can do all of the background, gather all the statistics and say, oh, the data, we need this and da. But when it comes to coaching on the field of play, being pragmatic on the field, taking the risk, and always applying the pressure on the players and getting them to live up to the highest billing, it becomes a problem. And you need
Isn't that what Otto has done to qualify for the World Cup?
I didn't want to delve into the qualification of the World Cup, but you have brought me down. Let me just talk about it now. The group we found ourselves in, we had no right not to qualify for this World Cup.
I agree.
Of all the teams in that group, all of them are, according to the FIFA rankings, all of them are after 100. 145, 174. The only team that rated better in that group was Mali, 54th, even ahead of us. Who brought us below Mali in the first question is Otto Addo. If we had qualified for the AFCON, wouldn't be ranked lower than Mali. And even that Mali, who is ranked 54th, are nowhere near the pedigree of Ghana's footballing history or the kind of players we have. If we want to match Mali boot to boot, Mali are nowhere near us. So you don't have any excuse not to qualify from this group as the winner of the group for the World Cup qualifiers.
So it was non-negotiable that he had to qualify, especially after the AFCON debacle.
Yes. So you do that to appease everybody. Oh, I failed at the AFCON qualifiers. But with the World Cup qualifier, I had a very good group and I had to make amends. So, yes, you do your job because you have been paid for it. And he did that. So, congratulations. But he had no excuse not to have qualified.
Okay.
Now, we've moved on from that. Now, the main question is, if we need him to step up and give us what we demand of him, qualifying out of the group, can he do that? The question mark is there. And I say no, because he does not know how to take the risk in the first place. He's so conservative with his approach when he's playing football. He's scared. He doesn't have that confidence. Yes. Thank you. He needs to find a way of how to manage himself first, control his emotions. Then you can now bring down to the players. But if you can't do that on yourself, it will be difficult to calm down, to know how to coach and compel footballers to do what you expect of them. So that is the problem he has, and he has to find a way of working on that from now until next year, June, and perfect it. Other than that, I don't think he can get us out of that group at the World Cup qualifier, because right now football is played in seconds. In the first 10 minutes, football is played. After 10-15 minutes, there has to be a change, an approach of the game, and you need a coach who can be able to read the game and quickly change things from the bench and instill that change into the players' pattern of play.
What evidence do you have? What evidence do you have that Otto can't do what you're saying?
But we've seen it.
But is that what he did to qualify us?
We saw the game against Chad, the whipping boys of this group.
The 1-1.
Everybody won against Chad in this group.
Yes.
But Ghana. Everybody got 6 points out of Chad.
Yes.
But Ghana. And if you have a coach who you claim is top notch,
but nobody else in the group also got 6 points from Mali, but we did.
It's a non-negotiable discussion. Mali, we always beat Mali. When has Mali beaten us? We always beat Mali. Even this Mali team are still under construction. They are still rebuilding their team. So Mali is not even a top notch. Where's their position? They're third on the table. Madagascar is doing better than them.
Yes.
So Mali is doing nowhere near the discussion now. My problem is that we struggle against the whipping boys of the group. The only point Chad has 1 point. The only point they had was from Ghana, thanks to a coach who failed to take risk. Because you go to Chad, and in the Chad they had what? They had a home capacity filled with fans, huge stadium. And that was one of the first times you were playing against Ghana in that huge stadium. And so you quailed in that pressure and that atmosphere.
To be fair, Ellie, I mean, okay, you go on. I don't agree, because I feel like that game we were just very wasteful. Because in the first half alone, we could have led by 3 goals. That's not Otto Addo's fault. No, but that chance that Semenyo missed, how does Otto take blame for that?
You know that when you put your players, when you set out your players in a particular way to create chances, and the chances are being created, it's easier to score those chances than when you are struggling to create chances.
Yes, but except that in the Chad game, they actually created the chances in the first half, especially.
Yes, but the question is still the fact that whoever set up that lineup failed. That's my problem. Otto Addo did not do the right approach. He did not make the right approach.
So for you, Otto out.
He cannot do the job at the World Cup. So if he cannot do the job at the World Cup, we are going there to participate. Sicho will say, "Oh, if he goes to play 3 games in the US." I'm saying he will say that if he goes to play, if he goes to play 3 games, if he goes to play 3 games in the US, and comes back home, it's okay. It's okay, but it's not okay for the pedigree of Ghana. We been to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Can people take us to the World Cup quarterfinals again? No.
Wait, the two of you argue outside before.
Wait. Am I that predictable?
I know you very well.
Hold on, guys. Stanley Nachimota says, I'm enjoying the show, but here is some stat for you, or some fact for you. Former Nigeria coach Shaibu Amadu successfully qualified the Super Eagles today to both the 2002 and 2010 FIFA World Cups, but he was sacked on both occasions before he even reached the promised land. Let's not do that to Otto Addo, please. Another person who suffered this famously was Stephen Keshi with Togo, right? Also qualified them to the 06 World Cup, and they fired him before the tournament. So Stanley says, let's not do that to Otto Addo. That sounds more like a sentimental reason than a very...
We've gone past sentiments. Ghana is a top footballing nation.
But Sicho, let me come to you then. I'll come to ask you. Ellie seems to have predicted what you're going to say already.
He knows his brother.
But where do you stand on this?
It is true. Check like Otto. If he plays 3 games, nothing more. No, but think about it. Think about it. Anyway, yeah, let me listen to you. What's the question?
My question is, do you genuinely think that you've seen enough from the 7 games that Otto has played since the AFCON debacle, the qualifiers, where he didn't win a single match? He's gone on a 7-game run. He's won 6. He's drawn just one. He's qualified for the World Cup. Performances, results, everything up until Wednesday's game. Have you seen enough to be convinced that the Otto Addo of the AFCON qualifiers is a much, much different version that we have now for the World Cup, and that this World Cup qualifiers version of Otto Addo is the guy that can consistently deliver results and take us to the World Cup as he's done, and then do well at the World Cup?
Thank you for the question. First and foremost, I don't think it's an Otto Addo thing, right? But I think a lot of the credit for the qualification to the World Cup goes to Atapoku's people, the GFA, more than Otto.
How so?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Look, we didn't go to Morocco, the AFCON, and it was Otto who was the coach.
Yes.
Between the AFCON qualifier, same FA, between the AFCON qualifiers and the World Cup qualifiers, it happened in the same football calendar space. It's not like we failed to qualify for the AFCON 2 years ago, and this year, some of our players have picked form and something. Like, the two were concurrent, and then we failed to qualify to the AFCON. Then I thought they should have sacked Otto. How can Ghana look? Let me make this point before I go on. Ghana playing at the AFCON is more important to me than Ghana playing at the World Cup.
It's not an outrageous take at all. Yeah,
because
there are a lot of people that
the AFCON is more achievable than the World Cup. World Cup, no. Mimi de minim see to Minji. I know we won't win the World Cup. Honestly, I'm realistic like that. I know Ghana won't win not in 2025.
Yeah. But every time we go to the AFCON, we feel like
the AFCON. I feel like I'm so rude about it. I feel like it's a better.
It's not just you.
I don't understand why other people are winning. We are not winning. Who are they?
Let me tell you. If you put AFCON, winning AFCON now and World Cup participation, every Ghanaian will choose AFCON.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for me, not qualifying to the AFCON, I can't forgive Otto for it.
Yes.
I would never forget it. Even if Otto goes on to win the World Cup, I remember he was the coach who didn't qualify us to an AFCON. So that one day, standard. And he didn't qualify us to the AFCON. And I thought he should have been sacked when the final whistle was blown that Ghana wasn't going to the AFCON. In fact, he should have been sacked before the last 2 games. Or when it became apparent that we had risk of not qualifying, he should have been sacked. But when he wasn't sacked, I like the way the FA responded. The FA realized that maybe Otto is good, but he needs help. So the FA augmented his backroom staff. They brought in a psychologist. They brought in a set piece coach. About Ghana here, only 2 years ago, we were very frustrated about even who takes our set pieces.
Yeah.
Guess what? The people taking it have not changed, but the results out of them
have changed.
Technical advisor.
They brought the technical advisor, and they did the analyst. They did some things, some skirmishes.
New
assistant Offer left. They sacked Offer, or they took sacked. They actually promoted Offer from his U20 job to become an assistant coach. So the technical team that failed to qualify us to the World Cup, the AFCON, is very different from the one that has succeeded in qualifying to the World Cup.
That is true.
And that is not
the only constants are Otto
John, and the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So they were beefed up. And that wasn't Otto's doing. That was the FA's doing.
Right.
So there's massive credit to the FA with the way they retweaked that technical team that has eventually qualified us to the World.
Basically, they brought help to Otto Addo. Yeah, they gave him more help. Yeah.
Even as we speak now, I still think his technical backroom staff is still too lean.
Okay, too light.
Yeah, too light. You can't have 2 assistant coaches and some. And
the modern game needs more.
No, you need more.
You need like 15 people.
We need throwing coach. Offside, somebody will go for set offside.
Yeah.
Set the offside coach. Offside coach.
Strikers coach.
Yeah. Look, the game has become money.
We need defensive coach.
We need no. You see, we're not a joke. We need a lot of things. But of course, we are Ghana. We don't have money, so we can't pay. So we are managing what we have. So credit to the FA that they augmented the team as they did, and then they qualified to the World Cup. Look, the qualification to the World Cup, I won't say it was within our right to qualify. Because the teams that we played against during the World Cup qualifiers are not very different from the teams we played against during the AFCON qualifiers. So credit to whoever has worked hard to now push us to the World Cup. On the matter of whether Otto is good or not, he has qualified us to the World Cup. How many teams are playing at the World Cup?
It doesn't answer the question.
54.
No, 48. Hey,
48.
Hey, Ellie. We want to
48 coaches, 48 countries are going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
You cannot be part of the only 48 coaches around the globe to have qualified teams to the World Cup and not be good. It's not possible. You no, I'm making. I'll answer back. It's not possible.
I'm listening.
On the face value, it's not possible. Nobody should tell me Mali don't have a good team. They were not well managed. Mali, they have a very formidable team. They were poorly managed. It could have happened to Ghana just like we were poorly managed in the AFCON qualifiers. But we were well managed.
They sacked the coach after the Ghana defeat.
Quick.
The first one.
Quick. That's what we should have done to Otto.
And to be fair, when they brought Tom Saifit, he did well until Ghana.
Until some way. So for me, when you are part of the only 48 coaches to qualify teams to the World Cup, you try. I don't take any credit away from you. The performances, it is true. The performances between the AFCON qualifiers and World Cup qualifiers, there's a slight bump up. The AFCON qualifiers was terrible. We couldn't even pass the ball 3 times. The World Cup qualifiers, at least we can. Players are doing at least.
And more importantly, we are scoring.
Oh, plenty.
Yes.
No, not just scoring. Plenty. I just read the record. Plenty.
Yes.
Jordan 7 assists, 7 free. Pate. Pate
Everybody's contributing.
Everybody. We scored 5 goals with 5 different goal scorers.
That's right.
They brought in a set piece coach. It has been evident 7 set piece goals from 8 games. In the process, we don't also concede chances from set pieces.
That's right.
So we are defending set pieces well, and we are scoring them when we have them. Because only a few years ago, one of our biggest challenges were defending set pieces. Quite clearly. But right now, it looks like, right now, who be you? If you play the ball, can we go pim go? So,
the Black Stars, I dare say, are far more efficient set piece team than Arsenal.
Oh, but you know,
but
you know, Otto Addo went to meet Ateta. Otto Addo.
Yes.
It was after that time.
This guy. It's true.
About the like, did Otto meet Ateta or not?
Bro, he met Ateta.
Since he met Ateta, has something changed or not?
Something has
so this guy, what has this guy done? Otto has been learning. And look, to be fair, before Otto took the Black Stars job, he had never really done any proper coaching job.
Yes.
He
insists he has.
Which one?
Remember his exchange with Kobe? He said he's done more
Oh,
coaches.
no. He's a coach. No, when I say proper coaching job, to have the main responsibility lie with you.
Okay.
He had. Look, there are several coaches. There are some coaches who are great, but the bank doesn't stop with them. They don't take the full responsibility.
Yes.
Otto played 2 games and went to the World Cup and played 3 games. That is not enough. The first time he was properly watching and then taking responsibility for a team full time was when he came to take our team and use us for that AFCON Basabasano. So he was also learning on the job. He can say whatever he likes, that he knows his job. He didn't look like somebody who knew what he was doing during the AFCON qualifiers. However, having made all those mistakes, it looks like Otto correct him small.
Yeah.
In the World Cup qualifiers.
I mean, he's qualified, so sure.
Yeah. Oh no, but I also see it that we don't concede chances. The volume of chances we're conceding during the AFCON qualifiers, we don't concede those volume of chances, and that one to depend on people who come there. But at least it's a job that he's done. So if you're asking me if what I've got to say about Otto's
and the minister's comments and all the noise around whether or not he should be the one to take us to the World Cup, what do you think?
Ghana has never had a coach good enough to take us to the World Cup. Never in the history of Ghana. Never. We've never had any coach with any pedigree to take us to the World Cup. Why? Because we are not capable of hiring such coaches. Name one coach.
Yeah, before the World Cup, none of our coaches had any previous experience.
None of them.
We all didn't have reason to believe.
Yes, none of them. So
they would do well.
Based on what history is he saying? What he's saying? It's not as if we had Mourinho at some point and today we have Otto Addo. The people we had before they came to Ghana,
no one knew them.
Who did they know?
We didn't know where Bilo came from.
Bilo, what was his track record?
Djokovic, some
way. So Ghana has never in our history had any coach good enough to take us to the World Cup. Otto has qualified his team. Do I think he's the ideal coach for the World Cup? Of course not, because they are better coaches. But under the circumstances of this country, is he the coach to take us to the World Cup? Oh yes. Why? Because we can't afford the coaches we think are capable of taking us to the World Cup. But the truth
financially,
is, when we go to the World Cup, Saf, what is our genuine belief that
Quarterfinals.
it's our level.
Quarterfinals.
Collins has
Quarterfinals.
said it. He said quarterfinal. Last
Quarterfinal.
8.
You see, quarterfinal, what will be back?
And get out of the group.
Well, if you get out of the group,
You have to
come
get
back
out of-
home after one goal.
But you get out of the group.
Yes.
I think Ghana is good enough to get out of the group,
With Otto.
but it will also depend on the draw. Because to me, I'm a realist.
You know,
too.
that's exactly where I disagree.
Yes.
You know, you didn't reference the draw. Ellie made mention of the number of teams that are further teams in that group we had. We didn't reference it. Oh, Otto Addo qualified because of the draw. We took the draw out and then said, oh, he's done very well. First Ghanaian to qualify as this, that. No, the draw wouldn't come in. You were good enough to qualify. You should be good enough to play.
Regardless of the group.
Monkeys play by sizes. You see, no, I'm a realist though. See,
We are also realists.
No, let me tell you.
I have a question for you. The
The
point you are making,
Okay.
right? Like, to be fair, just like the exact brilliant point you made about the coaches that took us to the World Cup and them not having any reason to have taken us as far as they did. The same thing can apply to Otto Addo. He may not have a body of work to suggest that he will do well, but our evidence suggests that when we've gone to the World Cup with coaches that had hitherto not proved beyond reasonable doubt that they can do well, they've gone and they've performed.
It's 50-50. You've got to World Cup 4 times. 52
and that says we should start 2014.
That's his maths. This is my maths. I don't know the formula you used. I'm using
75-25.
I'm using a different formula. It's 50-50. You've got to the World Cup 4 times. 4 of them, two of them, you came home quick.
Everything be chess game.
That's why Otto said,
No, you've gone past that. Like,
Otto said,
look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
You guys
Wait,
are
Look at you.
I will go to World Cup. So, big ball for Limpo.
That's
So
wrong.
that
Didn't we mess up at the AFCON in 2006?
sure.
Didn't we? Didn't we mess up? We did, but we still went to the World Cup with
Let me
Doya.
take a couple of messages.
mess up with Africa.
You know that.
You know we say no, I've come.
Victoria in Agwagwa is asking where Danny K is. Danny K is on leave, actually. He's back to work on Tuesday. Yeah. He's back to work on Tuesday. So this one says, this is Ni in Oyarafa. He says that we are doing a great disservice to the nation, to this group of players by not giving them a quality coach they deserve. So he says, Ni in Oyarafa says, we are doing a great disservice to this group of players by not giving them a quality coach they deserve. Interesting. The coach that qualified for the World Cup is not quality, eh? Interesting one. All right, cool. Let me take one more message there. I'll come to Achu. He wants to desperately address the Benjamin Asare comment. Kwesi in Adumrobe in Kwapim's house. He says, who should qualify for the World Cup for someone to carry the team? And what coach is around now, apart from the coaches on retirement for 3 years and over, with no pedigree when it comes to World Cup? Or the so-called coach who will bring the World Cup to Ghana? Who is there? He's saying that, basically, he's saying, Coach Ben, like, which coach is there? He said they should get Otto Addo out. So that who will come? Who around the world should come and coach Ghana? What's your answer?
After the AFCON, call Kwesi Appiah. And tell him that Sudan you try. You are there. We have no idea. No, want to be from the AFCON. World Cup, you can't beat Senegal to it.
So we should call Kwesi Appiah back to come and take our team to the World Cup.
Come home.
Didn't you people sack Kwesi Appiah from this time?
Yeah, you've been sacked before, but Otto Addo didn't resign and he came back. If you sack somebody, you're bringing the person back. What's
No.
wrong with it?
Is Kwesi Appiah? He didn't leave. You people say he's not good.
We didn't sack him. His contract ended. Is it the first time somebody called that?
No. He said he's not good. He should go.
Contract wasn't renewed for whatever
They
reason.
even said that his dressing is not nice. That his tie is too big.
And also, but the coach in India has shown that. So if Ghana feels say we no get dough, I think Kwesi is better than Otto. If Ghana feel we no get dough,
I think the evidence supports it.
Yes.
after AFCON, there's nothing more Ignatius and they can do with Sudan. You can't win AFCON with Sudan. You try, but you won't win it.
Hey, Chicho, you are introducing a subject, pound.
Oh no, but oh yes. And by tomorrow it will be all over the place.
Achu,
He's giving ideas to the sports minister.
that's what I'm saying. Achu, listen, that's the next subject. I don't really want you to go back to Otto. The Benjamin Asare issue. Look at the long message. What's his name? He has sent to us about Benjamin Asare. He says, despite the fact that the guy he's considered just one goal in all the games he's been in charge. He's kept for the Black Stars. He's done supremely well. He says he's not convinced, and that when we meet Argentina and Brazil,
high intensity games.
Game, Benjamin Asare will be exposed. And it's a conversation that's been going on the past 3 days. Why are people so hell bent on talking about the fact that Asare has not been tested and that they don't think he's the guy?
I wish you hadn't asked me that question.
I'll ask you.
Because you set me up.
No, I haven't.
You won't. It's witchcraft.
Hey, Baysem.
Yeah, Baysem. Like.
Beye na, bro.
Bro, pani beye. Where I come from, the third.
No, are you saying that the people who questioned the long-term sustainability of keeping Asare in Po have no case?
That is not what people are doing.
They said that he's not been tested now, so they are not convinced.
That is not what people are doing. You see, the manner in which they are expressing their observations and the specific wording of those observations is what betrays their intention.
I see. I'm listening to you.
It is one thing to say that you have seen him, but you believe there is room for improvement. And then there are aspects of his game that need to be improved. Then you point out those aspects. Yeah? If there are goalkeepers out there who are better in that regard, those aspects where Asare would have had flaws. If there are goalkeepers who outrank him, you put it out there.
He mentioned that, Ziggy.
No, he
said the message.
He said against teams like Argentina and high intensity games. That's one. It is useless brothel.
I see.
There is no substance in that, and a lot of the things that people are throwing about. So, for example, someone says that we have not faced high quality shots. That's why I say it is witchery. It is witchcraft. You want your national team's backline to be exposed. You want the team to face high quality shots so that what?
You test the goalkeeper.
We should put ourselves in. Listen, we should put ourselves in harm's way, so that what? We should weaken ourselves, like, because that is essentially what people are asking for. The essence of coaching, the defensive aspect, is to limit the goal scoring opportunities, the efforts at. Last year, Eric Ten Hag, were people not pulling out stats that United were facing the most shots than any other team? If facing shots is a criticism at that level, why is it that when it comes to Asare and the Black Stars, we want to say that, we want the team to actually face shots? And then when the team face shots, then the conversation is, Otto is not a good coach because the defense is weak and the goalkeeper is exposed. That is why I say it is witchcraft. People are not thinking.
Do they wish so, or they are just stating facts that he's not faced for them because he's not faced the shot and they haven't seen him tested in those scenarios?
I'm explaining.
They are not convinced.
I'm explaining.
It's different. They haven't said they wish he faced more shots.
That's why I said that you weren't listening. That's why I said.
Okay.
It is well intentioned. If you tell me that there is room for improvements, we are going to face better, and you hope that against such high quality,
when he's tested, he will come to the party.
That is not the same as saying that you want the teams to face,
or that you think he will be exposed.
Yes, just to satisfy your curiosity. It is absolute balderdash. Now, to understand the value of Benjamin Asare, in this team, you need to go back to the circumstances preceding his national team call-up and his debut.
Okay.
Over a period of time, the goalkeepers who had the most game time, in the last 7 years, would be Lawrence Atizigi and then Joseph Wallacott. They were the two most prominent goalkeepers in the Black Stars. At the time Asare made his Black Stars debut, I have a weekly column on my jawline. It's called Hindsight. I explained why Asare or another goalkeeper was going to benefit from the inconsistencies of the status quo at the time. And if you look at the numbers, you cannot but conclude that the 5 coaches who were shuffling the pack at each time were not doing it because they enjoyed it, but it was because the options truly were no good. At the time Asare made his debut, Atizigi had played for the national team for 7 years by that point. He made his debut on June 7, 2018 against Iceland. Since then, he started 22 out of 77 Black Stars matches over a 7-year period. those 23 appearances translate to just 29.8%
of all the Black Stars matches
that
played.
he was eligible for
Okay.
over the 7-year period. 29.8%. That is clearly a goalkeeper who has not had enough game time or consistent run in the
In
sticks.
other words, he wasn't first choice.
He wasn't trusted. That's the word. He wasn't trusted. That's why 4 years into Atizigi's stay in the national team, and here's the thing. At the time Atizigi was introduced, he was not the only guy. There was Richard Ofori, who I think was first choice at AFCON 2017 and 2019 before Ziggy came in. But Ziggy was brought in because Ofori was inconsistent. And after the Ziggy experiments didn't work, 4 years after Ziggy was introduced, another new goalkeeper was brought into the team, Joseph Wallacott.
True.
We were so desperate that the national team handlers went to the 4th tier of English football. Now, when people tell you that where Asare is coming from, there is not too much value in the league. There's a reason why I consider it as a very rubbish argument.
As in the
There's
fact
no
that he's
substance
from
in
Ghana Premier League.
There is no
so a
substance
clean
in
sheet
it.
in the Ghana Premier League means nothing because the attackers here are no good.
Because
Low volume.
there is one thing to say that a league is strong, but the strength of that league does not necessarily mean every product from that league is quality. When Wallacott made the national team at that time, nobody could have argued with the logic that Atizigi and Ofori needed competition. I didn't like Wallacott's introduction because I thought there was nothing special about him. We needed to fix the goalkeeping department, but Wallacott was not that guy. And 3 years on, I've been proven right. But I digress. Wallacott himself had game time. Yeah? He made his debut against Zimbabwe, October 9, 2021. Since then, he made 11 other appearances out of 62 matches that he was eligible for. 12 in total out of 62. In percentage terms, 19.35%.
He wasn't also trusted after being brought in.
So that is the history of the Black Stars goalkeepers at the time when the coaches decided that, you know what,
So
based on this, so before you come and throw...
those two, the aforementioned two, were so inconsistent that by the time we went to AFCON 2023, we had gone to bring back Richard
Ofori. So you had a situation where Ofori was first choice. It wasn't consistent. Then we brought in Atizigi. After 4 years of Ziggy, he also was not consistent. Ofori by then had not also improved. So we brought back, we went to bring Wallacott. In between, Manaf Nuruddin from Upin had also been brought in. So 4 goalkeepers, none of them was consistent. After 3 years of Wallacott and 7 years of Atizigi, 5 different coaches had handled these guys. Siki Akono. Before Siki Akono, Kwesi Apia. After Siki Akono, Milovan Rajevac. After Rajevac, Chris Hughton. No, after Rajevac, Otto Addo. Then Chris Hughton, then Otto Addo 2.0.
Exactly.
You're trying to tell me that 5 different coaches have looked at the numbers that you people are throwing about on social media. Here's the thing. Your numbers at club level, what it does is that it gets you through the door. When you walk into the national team,
You must prove
what
your
guarantees you your spot is your performance. The performances from these guys is the reason why in 7 years, Atizigi has not even kept up to 30% of the matches he's been eligible for. And after
And if he was undisputed number 1, he surely should have kept more than 50%.
no,
of the
and
game.
you see, the coaches have actually acted with grace because when Ziggy could not lock down the starting position, he was not dropped from the team. He was still allowed the opportunity to compete with the guys who were there. The same grace was extended to Richard Ofori. That is how come at the last AFCON, Ofori became number 1. Not because he was by some distance the better of the lot, but because he was still in the pool at that time. So, over a 9-year period, if you extend it to 2 years before Ziggy's debut, because Ofori was around before that period. So, over a 9-year period, 5 different goalkeepers had been tested with about 6 or 7 coaches. If you had the 2 years before the 5, all of them had come to the conclusion that the top 5 goalkeepers in the national pool were not good enough. So what do? You go deeper and see the other goalkeepers there, or other goalkeepers who were not part of the pool. The Black Stars handlers chose the first option, which was Benjamin Asare. Asare did not fall from the sky. People have short memories. And it is not anybody's fault that you do not have the capacity to remember. That is a flaw on you. In 2021, Asare was part of our provisional AFCON list. The World Cup in Qatar, Asare was part of the 48, or was it 53? 55. Yeah, the provisional squad, it had Benjamin Asare.
So he's been knocking on the door.
Not knocking on the door. He has been part of Ghana's best performing goalkeepers. His name has been there.
From Tite.
He was part of that list. Are we not the same people who say that we want consistency in terms of names? And so when there is a call-up, we don't want surprise names. We want players who are either part of the national pool, or if any fair, objectively informed mind runs the rule over that position and is looking at the skill set or profile-wise, the top 5 or 6 players that they would call from, there should be a certain consistency with the guys we see in the national team. That process is what produced Benjamin Asare. That is how he... So this was not a name that... If there were any names that surprised us, it was Joseph Wallacott. Because at the time, a lot of us had not even heard of him. And he was not exactly playing in a league that belonged to the Hollywood realms. It was 4th tier, Crawley Town. That's where he was playing. But at the time, in fact, Asare got drafted into the national pool, he had played in Ghana's elite level for 12 years. Because as far back as 2009, he was playing in the Ghana Premier League. Yesterday, I could remind me, I had to go and check the Sporting Mirror and listen. Yeah.
Hey, you grew.
So he's a late bloomer. You see, he's not someone who popped up yesterday and was excellent.
So you've built a fantastic point.
So this is our history.
To arrive at a point where it's conclusive
that the options there were not good enough,
and that Benjamin Asare being in the national team is not to satisfy anyone's curiosity, it's a spot he's deserved and
it's
earned.
a spot he has earned. And I'm saying to people that you take away Asare, assuming it was not Asare there, the Black Stars coach at that time was definitely going to
find
another option outside of the 5 that we had, and they were going to back that goalkeeper to the hilt. Because
that is a great point.
Because just to finish here,
yes,
they were going to back that goalkeeper to the hilt, because if for a 9-year period, 3 of your goalkeepers had not been able to lock down that spot, the 3rd guy or the 4th guy was a guy who has been there for 3 years, has also not been able to lock down the spot. It would not make sense to throw someone into the mix, and then after one mistake or two, you are going to ditch them to go back to the old inconsistent guys. So this was something that was always going to happen.
All right.
As for whether or not he has done well, he has performed without question. If tomorrow Asare makes a mistake, we'll call it out for what it is. But until then, support your country and back the guy as you would back any other player. I want Sicho to do some back pass B. There is an analogy
you want to do back
pass to him. Yes, there's an analogy that he made that I loved so much on social media.
So you want him to do it?
Yes. On how we can credit Jordan and everybody else for the value they've attained from these qualifiers. But when it comes to Asare, we say that the quality.
Thank you. Thank you for the assist. Let me tap it in. let me play a high level shot with an intensity that Asare can't save. Look, friend. Look, Ghana, we are very dishonest too. And also can't it is any ATL. Let me say that one so that the foreigners will understand.
Yes.
Look, we are praising Jordan Ayew that the whole world, he has the most goal contribution in the World Cup qualifiers.
Yes.
And we are praising Otto Addo that he's qualified the team to the World Cup. But when it comes to Asare, we are like, he didn't face tough opposition. So it makes me wonder if anytime Jordan got the ball in attack, we quickly swapped the team's defense we were playing with England's defense or France's defense or Argentina. I don't understand. Was this going against the same opponents?
That's how I was keeping clean sheets again.
All some way. Because look, If we want to say that the opponents were no good, so they were no good, let's not appreciate anybody in this process.
Right.
Nobody's come and tell me, and when
Because the opponents have been changed.
When you play Patas number 8, look at Pate driving through the middle against which opponent? Nobody's come and tell me we've redefined Jordan Ayew. He's not a leader. He's not a proper striker. Against who? Nobody should tell me Kamaldeen Suleiman has scored his first goal for the Black Stars. Because why? Against who? If we can pinpoint all these things and say against these teams they did this, why can't we say that when Benjamin clean sheets, Asare keeps the sheets clean?
Thank you very much.
You come and tell me now that the clean sheets go.
Eminem is shaking.
Oh, Eminem, there's something to I'm on the blog, boy. I'm on the blog. Look, why are we now saying that Benjamin Asare's clean sheets? No, the clean sheets, they are different types of clean sheets. Some of the sheets are cleaner than others. And some of the clean sheets, no, some is high level clean sheets. Like, but Benjamin Asare's
Quality sheet.
Charlie, look, and let me make this point on Benjamin Asare's issue. Maybe, just maybe, we are not conceding the high volume of chances because he communicates well and he organizes well. Yeah. Maybe. And nobody should come and tell me he's not comfortable playing from the back. Because the Black Stars team, we shouldn't be naive and play out from the back. Your defenders are Jiku. Doesn't look comfortable on the ball to you. Salisu doesn't look like he can turn on a half turn. Gideon Mensah doesn't look comfortable on the ball playing from the back. Kalibri, how comfortable? The best player to receive the ball from the back is Thomas Partey. He has to run some 40 yards back to come and take the ball if you want to ball that from the back. So if there are defenders, your back line can't play from the back. Why do you want your goalkeeper to play from the back? And even that, Benjamin Asare is not bad when he's playing from the back.
Besides, who even said that playing from the back is the issue now?
Yeah, fan Jeffrey. Play from the back.
Pep Guardiola has gotten rid of a player who can play, a goalkeeper who can play from the back. It's going to take one who can pass the ball from the back.
Football. It
has changed.
We have coaches who have won big things with parking the bus.
Yes.
We have coaches who have won big things with tiki-taka.
Yes.
We have coaches who have won big things with mid-press.
Yes.
Why are you thinking that all of a sudden, to be successful,
you have to play from the back? You have to have a goalkeeper who can play from the back.
What makes you think that is the case? And our point is, even Asare, when he's picking the pass from the back, he barely gets it wrong in the Black Stars. Look, when he came to the Black Stars, in the first few skirmishes, he looked like he wasn't sure. As we speak, he's incredibly sure that he's number one, and he's acting like it. The boy was showing up for a pass. When they passed the ball back to him in the recent game, people are saying his first touch was poor when he dribbled the player. For me, his first touch was brilliant. Why? The pass came central. That was a bad pass. When you are passing the ball to a goalkeeper, send it to his side.
Yes.
So he can latch onto it. Or once he ran onto, he has his options. The ball came central. What Asare did was to shift the ball to his right hand side, to divert the run of the guy who was pressing. The boy took the bait, made that run. Asare had opened up his left side. If the ball was central and Asare dribbled, he could have been in trouble. But he sent the ball to his right, opened up his left side, and did the Cruyff turn. If you're not flexible, you can't Cruyff.
No.
He did a Cruyff turn.
Yes.
Beat his man. And look, he has Salisu who could have passed the ball to. But behind Salisu was a player who was going to press Salisu. He read all that situation and went long to Semenyo. He misplaced the pass, but the intention in the play was brilliant.
Yeah.
Lost possession.
He lost. You get it? He lost the possession.
Yes.
I agree.
A high volume quality attacking side now decides to lash onto it and do something to you.
No.
Now that you've tapped in, we are also going to tap out, the two of us here.
Please tap out.
No,
let them tap out. You've tapped in.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Okay. When they are done, when they are tapping, they should tell me one goalkeeper pass from the back who hasn't played the pass before. If you tell me that one, I'll be very comfortable. But finally, Kudus, Jordan, Jiku, Salisu, Partey. You people are talking like they are stupid. In quotes. Not in quotes. Take out the quotes. These boys want to go to the World Cup. They go to training and they are training against a goalkeeper who is not good. A goalkeeper who, why not the Black Stars here? When they can't set pitches, they are number one in the world. When they cross the ball, the goalkeeper can't catch the ball. When Jordan shoots, the goalkeeper can't catch the ball. When Kudus is placing the ball, he doesn't play it well, he passes through the legs. You are telling me that these players won't go to the coach and tell the coach that this keeper that you are playing there, you are not sure. You are telling me that the Ghana Black Stars that we know by now would have heard stories. You felt to concern, you know the players, you know everybody. They would have been testing with their matter. That your keeper who's in the post, they were not comfortable. Have you heard anybody?
The players
from
have
camp.
confidence in the
I'm saying
the
that this-
goalkeeper.
you people are talking as if the players are not thinking,
As if we know football better.
and that the players are comfortable with the goalkeeper who is not good, and that when they go to training, the goalkeeper is bad at training. He can't catch, or the players when they go to, they can't take high level shots. So we don't see the goalkeeper because your best attackers are normally playing against your best goalkeeper.
Yeah, in training.
So Kudus is shooting, doing free kicks, penalties, and shooting at Asare. Asare is bend, top corner save, low shot save, and Kudus is like, coach, this goalkeeper there somewhere with their form. But you're telling me today that when you don't see the training and they come to the field, Asare is so bad that the players who are playing with him are not going to tell the coach that they are not confident this goalkeeper can get them to the promised land. You are not being honest. So for me, I wish Asare all the best. Yesterday I made him part of my prayer topics. I
I need to take a break. So Ata and Ellie.
A quick one. Quick one about the fact that he earned his place in the team. You know, when they called him to the national team, there was no guarantee that he was going to be the starter for the Black Stars. But then at that first training at Accra Sports Stadium, that was where he earned it. Because you know, usually after training, when a new goalkeeper comes, these star boy players, strikers want to baptize the goalkeeper with shot and see whether he's good or not.
I like that.
And at Accra Sports Stadium, the House of Folk fans were there that day, and somehow I found myself there, and Jordan, Kudus, and all these guys were shooting, and Benjamin decided to just be in the post. The other guys were not there. Atizigi and they were not. He was there, and he was keeping out all of the shots from Kudus, Jordan, and they were excited. So they kept trying out. This guy is trying to show off, and they were shooting. And the House of Folk fans were giving him all the fans, and Otto was somehow impressed. So when he got the first call up, they asked him, "Why are you starting Asare in this game?" He said, "Oh, he earned it in training. He was the most active goalkeeper in training because of that thing, that goalkeeper shooting drills that he succeeded in. So that alone earned some confidence. The players will say, oh, this keeper is good, and they'll be excited with him. And he himself, with that confidence he showed, obviously he earned it. So let's just not ridicule the fact that he just walked in. No, he earned his place in the team."
Okay. Ata, do you have anything to say?
All we are saying is that we have history to guide us when it comes to some of these decisions. Between 2003 and 2005, the Black Stars had been actively being kept at bay by players who were not scoring enough and midfielders who were not helping our team. But in our goalpost, George Kigali, he earned his name in Rwanda. Even though we didn't do well against Uganda and Rwanda in that group, he still earned his name. And then Samia J. Bathurst, for obvious reasons. They were together, two of the people that did an incredible job to get us to the World Cup in Germany. Yeah. But we looked at our situation then and felt that, look, if there is a better option outside, let's look at that better option. That brought Richard Kenson into our goalpost. Right. And he distinguished himself.
At the time, really, before he took the post, was he better than Sam?
He was.
Was he better than Sabiaji? Or he took the opportunity and
he was. I mean, this is the guy that had played in Turkey, nearly changed his name and all that.
He changed his name or he nearly changed it?
And then came in, got a move to the Premiership,
wrote to FIFA that
and then Wigan and all that. So you see, we are looking at that. The low volume of shots and all that, all we are trying to say is that we need a Kingston-esque goalkeeper or performer when we get to the Mundial. Because it's not going to be Chad, Central African Republic, and all that. Look, we've done it before. In 2014, we took Fatau Dauda to the World Cup. He played against Portugal. You saw him celebrate after making a save on Siu. Didn't he?
He also took Kwarase, but he said Kwarase couldn't speak Ghana and Chi.
Oh, that was...
No, they also said Nususu for a ball.
And also...
So?
Look, see, me, football...
Asare Susu Pamboy, and that's what I'm about to say.
See, I've not said that too.
But you want
but
to?
Football or life, there are superstitions in football that were true. When Italy won the Euros, the first day they were going to play their first game, the one who passed, Gianluca Vialli, he almost missed the team bus. He was late. When they went and they won the game, you know what Mancini told him? Always be the last guy to join the bus. Every time, if they're leaving at 7, he'll come at 7:05. He'll join. They went all the way to win it. I'm not saying that's why they won it. I'm saying
it's a part
that people believe in little things that actually gives them certain edges in life.
So how does that apply to our situation?
So I'm saying, Abia, just like you said,
Asare is the luck.
Yeah, and aside the lack
This is
for the
football.
qualification to the World Cup,
Yeah.
the next person's luck would be to get out of the group.
I tell you, if I ask you now,
Who is the better
who
goalkeeper?
would be that Richard Kingston-esque?
That's the biggest reason why I've not been an active part of the conversation.
Got the option in the hall.
Obiasa.
Interesting. Okay.
Exactly my point.
Uh,
Me, I'm not saying that. Look, and final words to attack. Final words to
hold on.
attack. Final words to Asare. Asare, for now you're doing well. It doesn't mean that if you shine,
We don't go talk.
abba.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Even in the
Give
league,
to
look,
you.
Fent, I've just decided to downplay it. In the league, I actually expected the Mediama boy to get ahead of Asare. He has gone back. That boy, Chi, I genuinely expected
He had
him.
a few chances.
Look,
Felix,
yeah, he was that guy. Especially when they in Africa when they were, look, he was that guy.
Yeah.
But it's not gone to so.
George Quay. George Quay is a very interesting guy. He says, in other words, you people are saying that the only way Ghana will make it to the World Cup is if Comoros or Madagascar break the 8.
No, but Charlie, have you seen the scores we're recording currently?
In the other, we'll come back to
Anything
it.
is possible on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Senegal have scored 5. Cote d'Ivoire have scored 7.
Wow.
Those are teams who need to rack up the numbers to qualify.
Madagascar scored 8.
Seydou Adamu has sent a very interesting comment on the Asare issue. He says, how good was the goalkeeper Valdez when Barca were winning everything in club football? So
Valdez went 4 games without making any save.
Thank you.
No top
Famously,
shots.
yes.
The clean sheets counted.
Thank you. All right. Anyway, we'll take a short break. When we come by, your messages are here 055-111-1997. If we have some time, we'll take some calls. The game is on Sunday. Actually, we'll also tell you how you can get a ticket to go and watch that game on Sunday. It will be a celebration. 40,000 screaming fans at the Cross Sports Stadium. That should be exciting. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, 103.9 Hits FM. We'll be right back. This will be very, very brief. I promise you. Let me tell you about Lifebuoy Carbolic Killer in Chiao, Killer in Chiao for extra protection with the new Lifebuoy Carbolic promo pack. Buy 5 pieces of Lifebuoy Carbolic and get 1 extra bar for free, absolutely free. Into your fast wife. Visit any supermarket or provision store for your promo pack now because Killer in Chiao for extra protection. Choose Lifebuoy, choose protection. And Go TV says this October, from blockbuster movies, thrilling telenovelas, exciting kids shows, and amazing local stories, October is non-stop fun and action. Enjoy high-speed chases, the fist fights and explosions with Action Headquarters, featuring all your favorite action stars. Keep up the drama in the new telenovela Thirst for Revenge, and witness the struggle for power and wealth in our new local series Masase on Aquaba Magic. And for the kids, all their favorite shows are on Everyday Making Playtime Joyful. Stay connected to get big value on your entertainment this month only on Go TV. You can dial *759# and enjoy all the trails. Go TV, love it. And let me tell you this as well. Pens down. We are calling on all Ghana. Exams are done. The stress is over. And now it's time for our SHS leavers to step into the next chapter of their lives and style. We're introducing the Pens Down and Level Up 2025. It's happening on the 18th of October at the breathtaking Bonsu Echo Park. So for more inquiries, you can call 0242 376 Pens Down and Level Up trip to trip. All right. Guys, we have about 2 minutes or so to wrap it up. Let me see. I've got lots of messages here that have come through. This one says, okay, hold on. This one is from Koku Mauli Nanagbe, who says, honestly, Otto Addo seemed to be telling us that he delivers when the stakes are high. Check. While the AFCON qualifier was terrible, he was winning World Cup qualifiers in between. No, we finished all the AFCON qualifiers before he started his World Cup qualifiers. When Otto qualifies for the World Cup, he must go to the World Cup. Simple. I'm a Kwesi Appiah fan, true and true. But at this stage, a Ghanaian coach who cooked it must enjoy it. As for the analysis by those questioning Benjamin Asare's ability to perform in the World Cup, I don't know where it's coming from. Benjamin Asare is in shape and the biggest motivation for all local players. I pray he remains number 1. Koku, thank you for your wonderful message. This one says, my brother, I like what you just said. Support Asare. One day Asare will make a mistake He's human. Let's support him. I owe you a bottle of beer. Kwesi. With that message. Sicho doesn't drink, does he? Good afternoon, Fentio. It says, where is Dennis Otto and Daniel Kofitre? Kofitre matter they pay me. For 2 years, he's not kicked a ball. He's injured.
I'll take that guy to the World Cup if he was fit.
Yeah.
Even if he gets fit a day to the World Cup, I'll take it.
So he's injured. Dennis Otto is not injured. He's just out of the team. And this one says, I remember in the competition in the UK recently against Nigeria, Ben Asare was tested by the Nigerian attackers. He conceded 2 goals. That's Gabriel, reminding everyone that Asare has been tested before. This one says, good afternoon. The shots he faced at the Unity Cup and the goals he conceded was under who? That's from George in East Lincoln. And this one says, I did not send the message. Okay, this is a clarification from the earlier message from Opari. It says, I didn't send the message to denigrate Asare. In fact, my first paragraph complimented him. I was just pointing out to you my observations, just like you guys were critical of Otto moments ago when he just qualified for the World Cup. I will be excited if Asare performs at the World Cup because I still insist the goalkeeping department is our weakest link in the team. I made my point. Good afternoon, guys. Opari, thank you very much for your point. Thank you. Switch off a flip. Atrim? Yeah. Atta, it's lovely to see you. Lovely to see you.
Atta Florian Vitz.
Yeah.
Wait for us. Hey, look, there will be a special edition for that.
For that, next weekend.
High quality volume players. You can't keep them down.
Ellie, thank you so much for coming as well.
Thanks, bro.
Achu, thank you for joining us. Thank you all for tuning in to the show. We're back again next Friday, hopefully with a World Cup ticket to go. But you can get tickets to go and watch the game on Sunday, yeah?
Yeah. So you can go to the airport shell, Osu Goal and Total Nima Goal. Here at Joy FM, you can get tickets here.
All right, so we'll see you guys on Sunday.
You can get tickets. You can do giveaway. They can't announce.